Okay, we're living in some really crazy times right now, and I went downtown yesterday for the first time in a very long time, downtown Toronto, and things did not look the same that they did before. And I have the eyes to see, the ears to hear, and I was very shocked at the red flags that were popping up. For example, the amount of homeless people that are living in tents down there compared to before, and the amount of dangerous sort of people that are on the streets. Not blaming them, I'm just saying kind of strange, because before it was more family friendly down there, and now it's not family friendly at all. You sit in a restaurant patio and you hear thumping club music rather than having a conversation with the people you're at the table with. The elderly, there's very few elderly people downtown, few children downtown. I mean, yeah, you could argue I was just in one part of downtown. There's a bunch of different areas, but the area I was in, I noticed that there's few family-friendly areas. I wish I could be more transparent on this channel. That's why I'm making this video, because I think it's time to create a new channel. So I know there's people that support me and have supported me since the beginning. So I want you, if you can, if you don't mind, to email me at the email address in the description box, and I'll give you a link to my new unlisted channel. And then when I've got everybody together who wants to come follow me there, I will make my channel private and we'll continue. Also, I'll be on bitchute.com because I feel like the nature of things that I'm going to be talking about are going to really blow my channel up later. Blow it up as in a bad way. So if you could also follow me on BitChute, I'm already there as Princess Tanya, so you can go ahead and follow me there. As for this channel, I'm going to be keeping this channel open, and I will be posting still here, but the stuff that I'm going to be posting about on my other channel is more of a sensitive, mature audience nature, so that's going to be specifically for that kind of information, which will be nuclear preparation for nuclear, preparation for end times, preparation for gathering food, water, and the necessary materials that we'll need, because as we know, the slogan goes that they're trying to pull on the world right now is you will own nothing and you will be happy, and we need to counter that, and we need to be prepared. I'm even starting to think about maybe selling nuclear survival gear, tactical gear, stuff like that in the future, and having like a shop online for it, but that will come later. We'll talk about military training, we'll talk about parkour, we'll talk about how to run fast, how to train yourself to have cardio skills to run with your cargo bags and stuff like that when the time does come. We'll talk about where to get shelter, especially in urban areas, because we're just going to be talking and debating about all the kind of necessary things that we have to plan. So should we be in urban areas right now? Is this the place that we need to be? You guys know I'm in the city of Toronto, which is not a good place to be when this all pops off. We're going to be talking about everything, and I think that we'll have debates and maybe guests, speakers and stuff on that channel, because this one is clearly about music and about, you know, my fantasy dream of singing and my love for it. Not that still lives on. That's going to help later on. You know, if you have dissociative activities to use, you can use those, as well as dancing and other fun things, being happy, laughing, even when it's all blowing up. We need to be able to do that, altering our mind so we can run while our emotions might be like freaking out that things around us are happening. How to survive, how to trust, who to trust and survive after the nuclear has cleared. You know, how long you have to run from the nuclear. You know, who do you trust? How to maybe carry weapons and stuff like that. All of these things are really important for people to know about, and I can't just sit around while there are people out there that need to know this information are just going to perish. I can't just do that. I have to make a channel. I have to get this information out, and YouTube won't let me get all this out because they you know, the people behind all this don't want people knowing about this. That's the whole point, that no, people don't know about this. So how am I getting around this? BitChute, please guys, follow me there. The thing is that I'm already shadow banned clearly, and suppressed or whatever. A lot of us are. The time is now to get in touch with each other before the grid goes down. We need to get in touch. So people that want to and need to get in touch, I'm thinking of one very important person, G. Please get in touch with me if you feel like this is the time, because I feel like we won't have a chance to talk if things go forward with communism more and more, and if the electricity, Wi-Fi is gone, that's it, so if you do want to get in touch with me, now is the time. I am putting a kind of quasi email address out there. It's not really my good one anymore because I'm not Little Witch anymore, but I do have some people on that one, and that will be deleted in the future because it's just going to be to set up this new channel. I don't like putting my email address. I'm not going to put my main one on this YouTube channel. So hopefully that's okay with it. People that understand the privacy concerns will understand. I know that. Some of us are lucky enough to have access to this information early and to have learned this stuff early and to gear their mind toward it early. There are some people that are waking up in the middle, which is now, and then there are some people that won't be able to wake up till the end and it will hit. And it's the thing is that we need to get geared up and ready and get our loved ones geared up and ready. And as adults, these are the kind of things we have to talk about, sadly, because this is how you operate in the world. I don't want to see innocent people getting harmed. In regards to Jesus and my views on the Bible, I will always love Jesus. I'm not saying that he's going to come back post-trib. I'm not saying he's going to come back pre-trib. I'm not sure when he's coming back. I don't know when, if, and like I need to do more knowledge research on this. Is it a myth? Is it something that has been used to take away our power by the cabbages? Okay, I'm using code words. I made my own language, okay? The cabbages. There's a cabbage center on Yonge Street geared toward cabbage. And the fact that there's an actual center at Yonge and Lawrence in the heart of Midtown, the most expensive neighborhood, Lawrence Park. There's a cabbage center there. You gotta wonder what they're planning for the G's. Y'all who've done your research will know what I'm talking about. Sorry to those that don't know the code words. I can't risk saying the actual word and getting my channel taken down, but you can kind of ascertain to what I'm trying to say with cabbage. The cabbages. The cabbage. I don't know if that's a good word or not, but like I'm using it anyway. There's something going on, and the ones that survive will be in Midtown. They're in their big, nice houses, while the rest of the middle class goes downhill. Okay, the lumber prices have risen. The lumber prices, that's a huge red flag. Really Graceful talks about that on her channel. Go to her channel and learn as much as you can. Her name is Really Graceful. Also, corporations, like certain corporations with the name Black in it, are buying up a big portion of land and owning it, and it's part of the government to own it as a corporation. So basically they're owning and apprehending that people will be knocked out of their houses because of rising tax prices, and then living as basically slaves in these government buildings. We need to be prepared, people. Like, this is happening all over the US right now. I would assume that the rest of North America and Europe and other, well, it's already happening in the South Pacific countries right now. I'm going to be having some real information coming, real solid debate format, planning stuff, hyper-vigilance, okay, happening on my other channel. And so please email me at the down bar. The email address will be in the box, so you can reconnect with me on my other channel. I'm not allowing sub for sub people. I'm not allowing any spam accounts, because this needs to get out to real people that are involved in real connection, because we need to make actual connection right now, not for vanity, not for views. Yeah, we need to be practicing like drills, doing drills, creating bunkers if you have the funds and if you have the space and the code regulation to create bunkers in your backyards, or if you can find a place that has a concrete underground areas, we need to be figuring that out. We need to be getting a group of people together, okay? In Peter A. Levine's book, it talks about how when a time of trauma happens, a bunch of animals will react to the trauma or the pre-trauma by going into groups. Their instinct will put them into groups so that they can survive together and ensure that they all survive as a group. Now, I think that families are kind of like this, but think about it. If your family cannot run fast enough, how do you gear them up to run fast enough by the time something like this does occur? We need to all be thinking about how we get underground as fast as possible based on how close we are to the proximity of where the nuclear strikes are planned to take place. And there are maps online also, you can look up where the most likely areas in the US that the nuclear will hit. Eventually this information will be outlawed. Censorship will skyrocket even further than it has already now, and channels will be further suppressed, and we will not be able to connect anymore. And this is why this is so important to talk about right now. We can't focus and waste time. The clock is ticking right now, and we have a limited amount of minutes and seconds to get analog again instead of digital, because the grid's going to go down. We need watches on our wrists, we need maps, backpacks, we need toilet paper, water, tactical gear and gas masks and stuff like that. We need duct tape, we need stuff in our backpacks, we need knives. If you like, if we could only get, you know, weaponry as well, armed. We need to be armed to fight back, because it will be each man for his own at this point. So I know a lot of people will think I'm crazy. Unsubscribe. This is not for children. This video is not for younger audiences. It's great to get teenage youth boys involved in practicing, you know, physical activity, because the schools have been gone. There's no gym class. You can't run around a track anymore and practice your cardio. How are kids supposed to pick up and run, you know? And we need to be training our endurance for long distance running, breathing, you know. This is far above what I've planned to do a video for, but like there will be more. So I don't want to like blab on for too long when there will be more videos on this. And I ask everyone who has a channel with lots of viewers, start prepping people now, like start talking about these things, because the more people we have knowing and preparing, the more people we can save. I mean, we don't know if Jesus is really coming back. I hope he does, I pray he does, but at the same time, we don't know, and we need to be prepared if he doesn't come back. So the more people learning about this now, the better. So I ask you, hopefully, those with high channel, you know, subscribers, go start making videos on how to prep, on what to do. I'll be doing the same, and hopefully we can reach enough people. I'm going to be doing better SEO and channel tagging and stuff like that for my new videos. Hopefully I won't be shadow banned for that. But that's why we have BitChute as well, and there's other platforms. I'm following Really Graceful and what she's doing in her different channel usernames and stuff. I'm going to be making channels the same as she does, because I feel like she's got a very good hold on how to use YouTube and, sorry, she's got a very good hold on how to use YouTube and other kind of video websites that are alternate news sources. Brittany Sellner has a preparation pack thing where she has a month of food for 2 people that you can buy. I think it's $250 or something US for a month worth of food for 2 people, and it's all I think packed in a certain way that can be stored for long periods of time. Stuff like that, we need to think about that as well. They're using distraction techniques on each area of the world in which, you know, places have opened up. It's like, oh, let's go out, let's party, let's do this, let's, you know, get back to normal again, when really they're going to be pulling more strings on us as the economy falls apart based on the housing and not owning. We need to own houses. If you can own a house now, go get your mortgage and get it now. Like I know in GTA it's crazy, you can't really find much, but if you can we need to be asking each other these questions. I don't have all the answers, but I'm also asking you, is it better to be in an urban city, or is it better to be out in the country with a bunker built with storage and stuff? Like, that's, to me, I'm thinking like, get out of the city now, like go, go, go. They will buy our land in the farmland and in the city in the future. Like, that is the plan. Already B.G, I can't say his name, is buying up all the farmland in the US right now as we speak. Really Graceful has a great video on that. So why is he buying all the farmland, and why is corporations that are kind of tied to him or involved slightly with him buying all the stuff in the cities, all the houses, all the ability to have your own property and your own materials? Guys, in the future we won't be able to buy things. Like, we won't be able to buy pants or shirts or shoes. You know, I think that's why they always said don't buy into fast fashion, because it's just like you buy it, it falls apart within a month or two, you have to throw it away. Whereas if you buy something sturdy, something that's expensive that will last a long time, you won't have to worry about purchasing. Yeah, I'm really worried about this book I found regarding Jesus and stuff like that, and about what I learned about like how it was made up and stuff like that by the opposition. And to me, I'm like, oh no, I've been waiting for a savior myself, but it's good to share this knowledge, just so not to like discourage or make people stumble, but to be like, we need to look into all angles of this. Right now there's sirens outside. Yeah, a homeless guy walked across the street in busy traffic not too long ago in this area where there's a lot of homeless people up in Richmond Hill. I took a video, and he almost got run over right in front of me and my boyfriend driving, and this guy was going so fast, like speeding, and he almost hit him. And because the guy was dressed like any average 20-year-old my age, like, you know, with those like colorful like marijuana pants and stuff, and like you would never know that it was like a homeless guy until you get closer, and the way that he was pulling stuff out of his pants. And this car was just speeding, and there's so many speeding cars nowadays. People are getting restless, but not only that, they don't have an outlet for expression, but also these people are speeding because they know something's going on. They just can't figure out what. And they're speeding because of it, and I think a lot of people don't want to realize it, but underneath, your intuition knows there's an emergency, and it's everywhere. You know, in the US you may or may not be able to see it near the bigger cities, but here in Canada you can see the dilapidation, the destitution that's coming out of this. You can really see it with your eyes. It's not hard to see, especially if you go downtown or right outside like Richmond Hill, Markham areas. You can see the degradation of the areas, the degradation of traditional values as well, which is part of the plan. Two other things I'll say is that we went to a restaurant, as I said, and I noticed all the waitresses out of all of the restaurants were all wearing t-shirts and shorts, like black shorts, black t-shirt, and just like a little waist belt. And the weird thing is that like there's also, it's all modernized right now. It is, you don't see a waitress with a blouse with rolled up sleeves or a apron, a black long apron anymore, dressed traditionally. On the menus, you don't see traditional meals anymore. Like at the place I went, there was a chicken schnitzel and there was a chicken Caesar salad, which are pretty traditional, but all of the other things are like a bowl, like a Meta Boost quinoa bowl, or like specific chicken, you know, fried chickens, like things that are modern. Like, I can't say fried chicken is modern, but like I just wish I could explain the menu. It was just not like a traditional like steak with mashed potatoes and veggies. It was like these kind of, I just want to see if there's a fire truck on the street. There's like these strange meals that I don't know, like modernized food basically, and that's all by design. It's not by mistake. These buildings that are being put up, these massive condos, government housing that will be put up and that is being put up, the trend has gone from hardwood flooring in the early 90s to 2000s as a light finish, like a light wood color, to in the latter 2000s a dark wood, and then in the later 2010s we've got a dark oak, and then later you've got this like in the 2015s 2020-ish period, you've got this gray wood, and everything is turning gray. If you've seen like the urban areas, they're using this archontic looking building design where it's like everything is depressing and gray floors, kind of like one lady described her area. I'm not sure if it was in Canada. She said that they were building stuff that looked like the interior of a pirate ship in the interior units. This is trendy. This ultra modernized look of buildings is a trendy look that everybody is sought after and buying into, and the truth is they're doing this on purpose, because one day we'll be begging to get the white, you know, picket fence kind of look and the beautiful, you know, quaint looking, you know, stone exterior, the lumber prices thing. Yeah, like there's more I have to say, but clearly, like, I don't want this video to be too long. This is about my channel being at its end because of the shadow banning and sub for sub infiltration. I'm gonna get pushed back and people saying like, it's your fault because you accepted friends from the sub for sub. It's like, I honestly, like, I thought like anybody else, they were there to support me. Then I see all these other people in the videos. Like, I will talk about sub for sub and how it is like a death for your YouTube channel. I didn't mean to get involved. I think innocent people get involved in sub for sub. They don't know what it is until later down the road, and they see like, oh, this is like a spam community. So getting out of the sub for sub is one of the reasons. Also being shadow banned and having my phone number and all the other channels I've ever had linked to my phone number, which is most likely shadow banned and censored, meaning that I can't get my information that I need to be getting out to people, and that's scary. So shadow banning, censoring, and the sub for sub, so like all of the suppression tools that YouTube is using against me, I need to be able to connect to who I need to connect with, why I came here as who I am, needing to connect to certain people. So that's all for connection, physical, mental, spiritual, soulful connections to people that I need to be making right now to be in a group with, you know. So it is time, and I'm not you know, I'm not worried about people lashing back like, hey, ouch, you hurt my feelings. Everyone gets hurt feelings nowadays. And I stand firm in that. Like, I do not want to be a part of sub for sub anymore. I'm like, you guys know I've been posting below my video saying like, no more sub for sub. I want actual people who just care because they care, not just because, you know, they're doing it for views and stuff. Like, this is why I'm here. I'm not here to sell. Like, I'm here, and I'm not here to get vanity. This is about connecting to real people who are also just as awakened as I am, not woke, but awakened as I am to all of this going on. You know, Christians as well, please. Like, if you're a Christian and you're also awake and you're also, you know, trying to figure out and navigate what's going on, we need more people who consider the Bible and understand it, but also question, like, how are we going to navigate around the tribulation period if Jesus doesn't come back pre-trib? We need to figure this out. Also, firearms. You can't have firearms in Canada. But in a time like what's to come, we'll need firearms. So it's all part of the plan, isn't it? What you guys, I want to know what you guys think on my other channel, of course. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh my gosh, I miss doing videos like this and being really honest and stuff like that. And yeah, it just clicked in my head too. Like, I remember when I was younger and I was in school, we'd have gym class. Like, we'd run around for about an hour or half an hour a day, faithfully doing physical activities, running around, throwing balls, you know, doing different sports and everything. And it was incredible. And it was, you know, we had some physical activity. Now there's zero physical activity for kids. I mean, if anything, you just get up and you do jumping jacks after your virtual classes is at break or whatever. But like, there's no more physical activities. So if we needed to get up and move and run like our bodies are designed to, we won't be able to do that. And this is all part of it. Like, this is all part of it. How do we get kids to be running, you know, practicing running, enjoying running, so it's easier to run, you know, and same with the elderly as well. Like, if elderly can manage it healthfully, you know, carefully, nurturingly with our bodies to gear up the elderly to run as well in cases of crisis and emergency. So yeah, I'm getting into the emergency prep thing, and I care about a lot of people. I care about all of us innocent people out there that need help right now. You know, we're like, you know, like people who are like me, who are warning people, we get laughed at, we get scrutinized, we're in tears at the end of the night, crying because we're being bullied, crying because we're being judged, crying because nobody understands the innate emergency happening in our souls right now. We see the predator in the grass, we see the cheetah in the, or at least we feel the cheetah at the edge of the grass, and we're you know, crying out, screaming at the rest of the deer or the rest of the antelope pack in our pack and saying, come on guys, there's a predator on the horizon, come